Grizzlies, I'm Mrs. Conley.
And I'm Mr. Garcia. Welcome to GNN News.
Last week we started our GNN Teacher Edition, and throughout the upcoming weeks we're going to continue providing jam-packed content provided by your teachers as well as your student body.
Stay tuned because GNN News starts now.
Over and over again, while you're lost in the past, thinking what might have been. You're here and you're now, start it over and then take it over and over and over again. Turn it up!
To start off our show, we want to share with you some awesome meals that you could make while at home. So here she is, our very own Mrs. Gothner.
Hi Grizzlies, specifically teen living and young living students of past and current. We're having dinner. So this is our kitchen where we work. I did a little bit of the prep ahead of time. I was the sous chef. There's my nice sharp knife. Mark is doing the cooking, as I have told you guys that I don't cook at home. Mark does the cooking, so he's cooking up all the veggies. We have, and the chicken. We have bok choy and onion and carrots. So just stuff we happen to have in the refrigerator. So you can use whatever you like. And then we're gonna use leftover rice, you can see there. And of course the sriracha, weeknies sriracha. And of course you have to have a fried egg on top of your rice bowl. So there's some fried eggs going. Cook them so the inside is runny, so when you break them open, it goes over the rest of your stuff. So you can see the kitchen where we work. Well, mostly Mark, but I try to do my part. There's things growing in the window. Little bok choy, little basil. Too cold to put these things outside. We do have some tomato plants we have to sometimes bring in, and of course some other herbs, rosemary, thyme, etc. So here's our delicious meal being cooked. Cast iron skillets, gas stove, the best. All right, I'm going to stop the video and then we'll show you the finished product. Again, bok choy, onions, leftover rice, carrots, and chicken. With 2 beautiful fried eggs on top. And of course we'll be using the sriracha. And there is a rice bowl at Miss Gothner's house. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.
Those rice bowls look awesome. Feel free to send some our way. Grizzlies, we know how much you all like TikTok, so we figured we'd introduce a new segment called TikTok Corner. This week, very first TikTok video is brought to you by Simon Olivis.
You're a bad thing. I know I fucked up. I'm just a loser. Shouldn't be with ya. Guess I'm a quitter while you're out there drinking. I'm just a thinking about where I should have been. I've been lonely. La 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 la. La 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 la. Lonely. I'm a lonely chick. La 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 la.
Thank you, Simon. If you would like to share an awesome TikTok video, please email it to Mr. Garcia at gabe.garcia@boiseschools.org, as we would love to carry on this new segment of TikTok Corner. Mr. Gothner showed us a pretty neat crib last week. I think Mr. Garcia was pretty jealous. This week, we've got another sweet crib to share with you. And take note, this teacher might look awfully familiar. Come in. website today, waiting for you to come and see my crib. I am Mrs. Conley, and this is my crib. Follow me. We're gonna do a little tour here, starting in our kitchen. I love our big giant island. It's great for baking. Unfortunately, I don't do a whole lot of baking. However, I do have some very ripe bananas here that I'm gonna be making some banana bread with later. Come on around here. This is our dining room, where we unfortunately eat very few of our dinners. Because it's just my husband and I here, we usually have dinner in front of the TV. Follow me through here. This is our living room. One of our TVs is in here. Sometimes we watch TV in here, sometimes in the other room when we want surround sound. As you can tell by our decor, we are quite big Disney fans. Come on, we're gonna keep going. This door here, we're not going into. That's my husband's office. He is not quite as neat and tidy as I am, and his office is a mess. So we're gonna continue through here. Over there, you can see I have a nice little home gym set up. I've got some bands, a ball that I use my cat's bed with so that it doesn't roll all over the place, and that's where I sometimes do our workouts. Our cat Poofy is hiding in here. She doesn't like the doorbell. Come on, follow me this way. We're gonna go check out the master bedroom. Oh, there you are. Come on in. This is our master bedroom. A couple of things I wanna show you, and I'm gonna give you an organizational tip. These drawers right here are my drawers of treasures. Now on the top drawer, I have got all of my Christmas earrings. As you can see, I've got quite an assortment. My second drawer and my favorite spot is where I keep all my headbands. As you can see, I have one for pretty much every holiday or occasion. These are great for those ever so fun dress-up days that we have. The bottom drawer is my superhero gear. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, you name it, I've got it. Follow me in here to my closet. I'm gonna give you an organizational tip that will make your closet seem bigger. If you have a double hang closet, it is really important that on the top level you hang your sleeveless items and your pants because it gives you the illusion of having more space. On the bottom here, I have my River Glen attire. So as you can see, I am ready for every spirit day that we have. Okay, follow me. We're gonna go check out my favorite place in our house, my office. On the way, I'm gonna give you another organizational tip in our hall closet. Okay, lots and lots of blankets. Use these little space saver bags. They suck the air right out of them, and then you have more space. And then also organizing all of your other things, toothbrushes, soaps, first aid supplies, makes it so much easier to find things when you need them. Come on in here. We're gonna go check out my office. Oh, there you are. I thought maybe I lost you. Come on in. This is my office. As you can tell, I'm a 49er fan. Sorry, Mr. Lannon. This is where I do my classwork with my kids when we go to our classroom page. And this is also where I like to watch TV once in a while. Sometimes I will even come here and color because it just kind of releases things. Over here is our NASCAR wall. This one right here just happens to be my nephew who raced in NASCAR. This is one of the side panels from one of his cars in a race. So this is my pride and joy. Come on, we're gonna keep going on our tour. We're gonna go into our guest room. And why is this room important, you might ask? Well, this is where I store some of my other things. I have got quite an assortment of specialty shoes for our dress-up days. Some of you might think I'm a little obsessed. You're probably right. This is my newest addition. Man, I can't wait for the next neon day. And as you can tell, I have an empty bin. My husband's a little worried about that one because he knows probably by the end of the next school year, it's gonna be full. Come on, we're pretty much wrapping up our tour. There's our guest bathroom, isn't it beautiful? Back into the family room. Poofy's still hiding in her bed. One of the things I want to make sure before you go is that you know that when you're in public, make sure to stay protected. Thanks for joining me in my crib, and have a great day, Grizzlies.
That was one sweet crib. Thank you, Miss Conley, for sharing your crib with us this week. I tell you what, I'm afraid to share my crib, for I don't know if it'd be as awesome as Yee's surround sound, or Miss Fraley's garage, or Mr. Taylor's sweet whip, or even Mr. Gellner's high-end kitchen. Who knows? We'll see. In other news, we've got GSPN. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, GSPN. With further ado, let's see what's in store with us for this week's GSPN.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of GSPN. I'm your host Aaron Holt, and today we have some sports news and updates, as well as my prediction for the first round of the NFL Draft. So let's get started. So Major League Baseball has announced that it may return in May. Now there won't be any fans at the games, but they're thinking of possibly having all 30 teams stationed in the greater Phoenix, Arizona area and playing their games in various stadiums in that, city. But it's not conclusive, so I'll continue to monitor the situation as we get closer to when this is supposed to happen. But baseball fans, don't lose hope. You might have your season back. Next up is my prediction for the first round of the NFL Draft. This has been another edition of GSPN. Let's send it back to the desk.
Thank you, Aaron, for the update. Hopefully next week we can find Dax and get him back on the show. Dax, if you're watching, with spring in the mix, we sometimes have very uncertain weather. With that, let's take it on over to Brad with the weather. How's it looking outside there, Brad?
Looks, pretty good. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Brad. Students, as you know, we miss you all so very much. So with that, we have some teachers who wanted to give you a shout out. Here's what they have to say.
Hey Grizzlies, this is Mrs. McKinney. I just want you all to know that I'm thinking about you and I miss seeing all of you in the hallways every day at River Glen. And I just hope that you're all doing well and staying safe.
Well, I'm fiddling around trying to figure out new technology, trying to make new connections with my students. And I really appreciate the administration, the other teachers who help, and my students who are helping me navigate through this. I know that when we all work together, we'll make it through to the end. Go Grizzlies!
Hey Grizzlies, it's Miss Griggs. I hope while we are working to Avada Kedavra, the COVID virus, that you're staying well and healthy. I just want to give you a shout out and say hi, I miss you. I hope everyone's doing well.
Hello Grizzlies. I miss seeing you all at school every day, and I hope that you are staying safe and well, and most of all, continue to be the amazing students that you are. Go Grizzlies.
Hey there to all my students. Thank you so much for all you're doing to plug in, to find the assignments, to turn them in, and to join us in the Google Hangouts. I miss you so much, and it's so fun to see you every week and see your dogs and see your mom walk by in the background. Hang in there, and I will see you next week.
Hey River Glen, Mrs. Gardner. Hey, just want to let you know that I miss you guys. Miss seeing all of you in the library and having all of our clubs and our groups going, and I can't wait to connect. Feel free to email me. I'd love to hear from all of you.
And your core of the week goes to our administrative assistants here at River Glen. These ladies are amazing. Miss Dunstan, Miss Tiska, Miss Framo, you all strive every day to help out staff and students. You are a true asset to our school, and we truly and genuinely appreciate you and your hard work. Thank you so much.
This week in history, in 1989, former Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis declared today, April 24th, New Kids on the Block Day.
Quote of the day, always do your best. What you plant now, you will harvest later. Og Mendino. And thank you all for tuning in to this week's GNN News. Please subscribe to the GNN News channel on the lower left of this video, as we will be bringing you news every Friday.
See you next week on GNN News. And remember, it's a great day to be a Grizzly.